Hi everyone. So today I feel like talking a little bit about emotions and feelings. Emotions liven up our experiences. Nothing without emotions really matter. There are motivators, but handled incorrectly, they can also hinder our progress. Without emotions, what would you care for? Our emotions inspire us. They push us into relationships regardless of past heartbreaks and make us have second and third babies, even though it was super painful the first time around. Feelings are different than emotions, so that you first have the emotion and then you feel something. Feelings appear as insights, hunches, instincts, bursts of understanding, and impulses, and that help us find our way. So let's think about happiness for a second. How would you describe this emotion? I would say this is a spontaneous experience when we think that our life or an event is favorable and is pleasing. That's my kitty cat. This is good news because it is dependent on our perception of what is favorable or good news. Oriental medicine associates the emotions with yin organs. Each organ is connected to a particular emotion. So, for example, fear relates to kidneys, anger relates to liver, joy to heart, and anxiety to spleen, just to name a few. So, two of our organs bear the impact of all emotional difficulties: heart and liver. The heart is associated with love, warmth, and formation of relationships, and it governs our general stability. Emotional stress to this organ can cause unstable behavior and sometimes mental disturbances. Liver, on the other hand, governs free flow of key energy. Emotional stress and frustration restrains the liver and blocks the energy flow. This can cause pain, swelling, as well as depression and all the other goodies. So let's take a look at fear. Um, Seeing that a lot of it is going around these days as well. Fear is one of the feelings that creeps up on us when we are faced with a situation that we don't know much about, or we think we know about it from what we have heard from others. We naturally think that if something happened to someone because they did A, B, C, that means that we also may have to deal with the same thing when we do B, C, D. What we are forgetting here is that one character in this alphabet is different. What I'm trying to reach at is that no matter how similar things look, it is guaranteed to be different. No two people experience the exact same event or emotion, no matter how in sync they might be, even though it might seem similar. So, for example, even though two people may die of a heart attack, if there's an analysis done, not every aspect of the ailment they had was exactly 100% the same. One could show magnesium deficiency and the other one vitamin D deficiency. There are always differences. It is those subtle differences that allow us to turn the fear around. Very unpleasant feeling, including fear and anxiety and everything else that we experience, have has a false belief or understanding underneath it. Phobia, for example, is an exaggerated form of fear. If you see someone afraid of a dog and yet you love dogs, you're wondering to yourself, why would someone be afraid of a dog? Under that phobia for the person is probably, not all the time, the fact that someone some time ago experienced something unpleasant and talked about it when this person was really even too young to even remember now. And now that belief, deep down, deep inside, is still in the subconscious memory and trying to protect him or her, and hence the feeling is generated for them to to keep distance and be safe. Other common fears are things like fear of failure or success, fear of disappointment, fear of God. What? Fear of God? Why? Isn't he supposed to be loving and forgiving and giving and all the other good stuff? Who made this into something that we need to fear? These fears don't show themselves as you would feel if you were chased by a saber-toothed tiger, for example. These are invisible fears. This is when you need to do the blender method. You go deep down within yourself, cherry pick the beliefs that you find there are opposing arguments for, and one that is more compelling, and then you blend all these beliefs, add a different flavor, and solidify a new belief for yourself. If you take a look at everything scary as if it is the Superman, then there is definitely a kryptonite. The kryptonite to the current situation we are in is called immune system. Your body's immune system is the army and the navy of your environment. If you have treated and fed this army well, then you're good. If the army was buried under garbage, then a different result will be the outcome. Regardless of your age, you always, always, always have an immune system till the end of your days. The only difference is how you have taken care of it. So instead of being fearful and impacting your liver and other internal organs, this would be the time actually to dive right in and learn about where your soul resides. I must say that these few weeks have been the most awakening weeks for many. I have never seen so many people live in the now. Think about it. Before this whole thing happened, you were doing everything on automatic. Now you're actually paying attention to whether or not your hands are clean, whether or not you can touch your face, whether something should come inside the house or should be disinfected first. And the list goes on. This has made many come out of automatic and become real beings again. There's more attention being paid and more being present. So this is also the best time to attend to learning about yourself. As usual, I'm open to your comments and questions, and I will finish the segment with my Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, and I love you. I love you all. Be the light.